We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Come on, D.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run with Geis. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear All the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Come on, set. Go to base. 59. 6 man. Check curl.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check 43. Shoot. Hey, check 43.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Draw play, Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Prescott now. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On first down, Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down, Prescott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Mike, he takes the outlaw. Check, 59. Here we go, here we go. Check, 20. Weapon. 24. Echo. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got one.
Second down, Haskins. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. On first down, here's Breida. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 41, Haskins escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Cowboys take over at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Right
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Out of the shotgun, Breida. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 22, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington. Going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
I'm here all day.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 31, Haskins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11.
Let's get it.
At the Cowboys'
Mike's 59.
37-yard line.
Mike's 59. Let's go, D.
On second and 11 now. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 37 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 14.
That ties the game. 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And some space here. A big run that time by Elliott, 54 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. On second down, it's Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Here's Pollard again. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Quit talking about it and bring it.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a quick pass to Richardson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Haskins on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. 35 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The protection up front, very good on that play. Had all night to throw the football, even though he was unsuccessful.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, motion, I got one.
Mike, check, 59.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Alert 3. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Watch edge, watch edge, watch edge.
Off. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I'm coming after you. Coming after you. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here we go with Haskins. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 29-yard line.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up